HoonTV!
Alright, so I'm a cameraman. I've picked the complete wrong time of day. It is really bright at the moment and the lighting's terrible, but the weather's really nice, so I decided to get out and go for a ride. And you're wondering what I'm riding, I'll tell you in a second, but just gonna have a minor whinge for a second because Adelaide, people here can't drive. I was on the bike for about 5 minutes, some idiot pulled out of a side street, saw me coming, still went for it. They're just not, people are stupid here. It really makes riding on the roads here so f***ing frustrating. The most impressive thing about going for a ride to me is going home here. That's why I like going to the track. And I can't wait to get back to the track because there's no f***ing drivers on the track. So anyway, without trying to sound like Jeremy Clarkson or something like that, that's my minor moan for the day. And I guess the main reason why I'm out riding is because I got the CBR finished. Now, yes, I am a dick because I didn't film a lot of the end of the build, but to be brutally honest, it was pretty boring, just me screwing stuff on. I'm not a massive fan of the aftermarket Chinese fairings, so I didn't really want to promote them. They did fit alright, there was a bit of messing around to get them to fit, but I've got future plans for the bike, so it's technically not finished. That's the sort of where I'm at with it at the moment. I'm going to give you a quick walk around the bike, even though the lighting's pretty nasty, so there'll be some shadows, but just mainly this is where the bike's at, and yeah. Alright, so there you have it. There is my 92 CBR900. Not completely original, because as you would have seen in the early parts of the build, I built most of it using a 94, which meant I had the slightly, I wouldn't say later model, but slightly later model forks in it without the cable speedo drive, so I've run the 94 speedo. The loom is from a 94 as well, obviously, to work with that, but the frame and the sort of rolling assembly of the bike was 92. I do have a period correct Vance and Hines pipe there that I managed to wrangle really luckily off a guy off eBay, and like my previous 92, I have made these custom Vance and Hines decals on the tank. They're not genuine or anything like that, just a touch I put on there. The tank was painted by a guy who told me he was doing a huge favour. You can see my reflection in it, so it looks amazing, but the paint actually sucks. It serves the purpose for now because I am going to redo the panels and the fairings and stuff like that on this bike at some stage, so the tank will get repainted anyway, so now it just at least matches, so I can ride it and not be too panicky about minor scratches and stuff like that. And I can enjoy this bike because it's not total ground up like the last one was, which was quite annoying to ride because it was too pretty and too nice to ride. And as you can see here, I have a Harris front fairing stay I got lucky enough to find. I thought you could still get them, but apparently you can't anymore. That was from a friend, and the bike needs a bit of a quick clean actually because I've been riding it a little bit, but the other touch that I did add to it was, I'm not a massive dick for custom plates, but I did have a couple of people think it was a CBR900RR, so yeah, that should give them a rough idea of what it is. But yeah, that's it so far. Other than the pipe and slight jetting and the steering down there, it's pretty much a stock bike. It's super nice to ride though, and I'm actually really happy the way it's come out. And yeah, I couldn't honestly have thought it was going to ride as nice, but it does. It's quite tight. I've put new bearings all the way through it, which is probably a big help, and tapered steering head bearings as well, which I recommend. Some people don't, but that's their opinion, and I'll stick with mine. Other than that though, it's just turned out to be a nice bike. But the thing is, I just wanted to kind of get it done and get it out and get it riding ready for summer. Probably only really ride it for events and and going out for rides with other bikes. I'm not really interested in commuting and stuff on it because there's just too many dickheads on the road here. People that just don't honestly care about bikes. It just seems to be Adelaide. I've ridden all over the world, and I say that not like you're on McGregor spec, but yeah. Hang on, I'm gonna turn this around. You've seen enough of this bike. So anyway, from the glorious down south of McLaren Vale here in Adelaide, arguably one of the better wine regions. Screw you, Barossa. Just kidding. It's all nice here. I'm just out for a ride, gonna head home soon, but I'm really happy to have the bike done. Massive thanks to Tony from Southland Trim. Again, he's knocked it out of the park doing the seats for this bike at the very last minute just to get the thing on the road. He even did them while I was waiting. I mean, that's a bit of a tall order, but he offered to do it, so I decided to stick around and film the whole process. So Tony's an amazing seat trimmer. He just loves doing bike seats, which is really cool. I've thankfully sent a few other people to him, and he's done a really great job for them as well. So yeah, if you're in Adelaide or in Australia or even overseas, get him to do seats because he just loves doing bike seats. So yeah, hang on. Loves doing bike seats, and you can post bike seats pretty easy. So drop him a line. He's on Facebook, Southland Trim. I'll drop the link in the description below. But enough of this bike. I am going to keep going on with this bike build nonsense and get back into doing the track bike, which I crashed, which you would have seen me shoulder plant into the ground at Mac Park in Mount Gambier. That's coming together nicely. Just cosmetics and a few little mechanical tweaks on it and a couple other cool little goodies. And then at the same time, I'm going to be pushing forward a little bit with the Nicky Hayden bike whilst that's finishing, and then I'm going to go full steam ahead on the Nicky Hayden bike. So I'll say Nicky Hayden, but Aryan bike, so Curtis Roberts Nicky Hayden tribute bike. I won't call it a replica because it's not exactly the same, but I've been really happy and really thankful to get the likes of Dan Kyle and Mike Worsham over in the States and some others that were involved in Aryan back in the day. Even Kevin Aryan himself sold me some parts for the bike, which is freaking awesome. End goal long term for that bike, don't know when, don't know how, but is to actually get that bike to the States and ride it around Laguna Seca. Fingers crossed it'll happen. I don't know how fast I'll push it because I don't want to scratch it, but regardless of the fact, it'll be cool to ride it. So I'm going to throw my helmet back on. It's actually quite warm at the moment. I've got my old Icon jacket on here. Little shout out to the dude from the CBR900 page here. I got my little CBR900 badge. Yeah, going to go home and start tinkering in the shed again. So yeah. Oh, and by the way, Frank the tank's done. So it's engineering's all passed, blame change and braking's all done. Just got to get the inspection done. So hopefully, fingers crossed, as soon as the paperwork's through, we can get the inspection done. Going to be driving it soon, properly, with Rego and everything. Slightly excited. All right, over and out.